Everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome to Thursday's video. A lot of stuff happened in the last 24 hours. New content's been dropping left, right and center. So what I thought I'd do is I'd look at shield markers and the extent of how many you can actually obtain from doing objectives and other things in game. Total it all together, give you an idea of how many permission slips that basically means to, and the leftovers, because that's the most important thing. The leftovers on the final week, the last week, I think it's the third week actually, when you actually get to spend any leftover shield markers. Let's delve into this. Also guys, please remember to hit the like button as well as the subscribe button if you are indeed new to the channel. It just really helps out the channel be seen, because let's face it, nowadays with YouTube it is very difficult for a channel of my age to actually get seen, so thank you very much. First of all, some of you might go, right, well how the hell do I access some of this stuff? And it is by permission slips. And yes, permission slips can be bought using markers. But some of you may say, well, why don't I have access to all of the difficulties? And that's probably because you need to be a certain type of classification in game or have a certain type of title. If you go to the link in the description, it'll take you to this forum post, which basically clarifies that particular point. But I digress, let's get down to business and talk about the ways of getting these markers and the extent and amount that you can get, as well as the other things like, well, how much do you spend for doing things like the epic, how much then do you have left over, how much left over you have for souvenirs. Let's start this off. Well, based on the calendar as well as the running of the event, which is stipulated to finish on the 7th of August 2019, it looks that there is 5 full weeks of getting this calendar. And the calendar each time is 3,250 markers that you can get if you log in every single day. Also, this equates to 16,250 markers total. But it doesn't stop there, because Kabam have also introduced special objectives which give you the opportunity to get further more shield markers. Which, if you're not familiar, looks a little bit like this. There is the advantage of getting things like these homesick crystal shards, which then equate to then trying to get more of the 2-star versions, a very rare 3-star version. But there's also other things, arena grinding, there's some quest grinding, and for the later part of this month there is dungeon grinding, which has its good sides and also bad sides. It's always good to have a partner, but most of the time it does feel a little bit crappy if you go and do the find a partner and find that you're getting let down. So maybe kind of stick to very lower dungeons for this, but I'll do a full objectives grind guide at a later date. But where does this leave us with totalizing the calendar as well as the objectives? Well, based on the information that I've calculated together, it comes to 26,200 extra markers. So if you're an intense grinder of the game, you could look to get 42,450 shield markers, which is going to mean for some great amount of grinding and also some future souvenirs. Even though it costs 1,000 markers a time in order to get the level 5 permission slip, and obviously it's going to break down in different ways, the spend doesn't seem too extensive, especially against that total, which, if is correct, could mean that when this souvenir store gets really packed in the last 2 weeks, you're going to be able to take home some decent resources. But the extra advantage looks like you're able to, well, take home against the spend. It could be a case that, depending on the chapters, because that's the thing we don't see. We see the completion as well as we see the exploration markers you get back. But there could be some extras every time you complete, say, chapter 1, chapter 2, or even chapter 3. So you could have more markers by the end of the month. We just don't know just as of yet. As of yet, I'm still doing the grind, so it's very early days to get an idea whether or not it's in fact you've got to enter in a permission slip every time you do a path rather than doing a chapter. Either way, I'd like to really kind of find out more details, because it could be a case that that number that we presented, the 42,000, could be incorrect, but I hope it isn't. But at the same time, when you look at the Souvenir Store, there isn't really anything of great and meaningful value. Yes, okay, so you've got enough to form one full 4-star, and as well, like the tier 4 basic could be quite good. Those two things for endgame players, but it is a very much positive thing for newer players. I know there could even be some like good stuff for those that just want to like stockpile some extra resources. At times I'm kind of feeling that maybe 5 stars that I'd like to have more tier 3 class catalyst available, because at the same time I don't really go into grinding too much on those dailies. I should do, but I think for a lot of us, we're kind of too wrapped up with things like arena grinding, content grinding, that we're just not into that kind of thing. So I guess there's some value to it, but there's nothing of the kind of premium, your 5 stars, your 6 stars, your tier 2 alpha, and even tier 5 basic fragments. One thing to say is good luck in the grind. I know a lot of people want to smash out this event and also get it done, as we all do. And yeah, there is a little bit of a wait with certain things, but I'm sure that we'll kind of smash it. We will get there indeed. I'll be putting out an objectives grind guide at a later date in order to kind of really help out players that maybe kind of like, well, what do I do? Where do I go? How can I make this easier? Those kind of things. But yes, get yourself some souvenirs by the end of the month. Thanks very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. Support the channel if you can by hitting up the join button. Join me in a live stream tonight at 1900 hours GMT. And as always, I shall catch you in the next one. Goodbye for now.